Tony Sycamore here, Senior Market Analyst at IG in Australia. US stocks closed the week and month strongly, with the Dow rising 7.5% in November and the S&P 500 gaining 5.7% in the same time period. Optimism around Trump 2.0 is growing as he prepares for potential 2025 initiatives, with tariffs remaining central to his strategy. This will create market volatility, offering both risks and opportunities for investors, as we saw with his social media post last week. In the near term, bullish seasonal factors favor further gains for US equities into mid-January, with the last 2 weeks of December and the first 2 weeks of January historically yielding strong returns. Looking ahead this week, investors will focus on the November jobs report and upcoming insights from Fed officials, including Fed Chair Powell. Let's take a look at the charts of the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq to see where they are as we start the new week. Okay, so starting as always with the Nasdaq 100, we can see it's been in a very strong uptrend really since the end of 2022. Good news, 2023. 2024 is ending on a high by the look of things. Now, we still need to see the Nasdaq break above this 21,182 high. As we noted, the S&P and the Dow had fabulous months. They were able to hit fresh record highs, whereas the Nasdaq is still below there. So we've got a little bit of intermarket divergence, but nothing that is too concerning at this point of time for us. We do think, given how close it is to this high, we're likely to see that level break before a push up towards 21,500. Now, that's providing we hold above this mid-November low, coming in here at 20,315, and a pretty strong band of support coming in through this area here, let's say 19,850-ish to 19,650. Of course, it's being reinforced by the 200-day moving average, which you can see here, this orange line. It's at 19,137, and then uptrend support coming in around 18,800-ish. So some very strong areas of support. If we were to see a dip, I think it would be only temporary, with these levels here likely to hold. For the S&P 500, as we mentioned, we did see fresh record highs, and it was able to close above 6,000 last week for the first time ever. That's a weekly close. And while it holds above this mid-November low at 58.53 and this incredible level of support we've spoken about for many, many weeks now, that's at around 56.70-ish to 56.50-ish, then we need to allow for the uptrend to continue. In terms of where it can get to, I like potentially it to push towards 61.50-ish. And then up here, which you can't see on the chart, there's some very significant trend channel resistance coming in around 62.70 to 62.50, which you can see if you look on the weekly chart. So things look pretty good for the S&P 500. As I mentioned, we are now entering a very strong period seasonally, the last 2 weeks of December, the first 2 weeks of January. But even ahead of that, I think we're probably going to see dips quite well supported. Thank you for listening and have a good week ahead.